Though the first round of the NFL draft is always the sexiest, some teams find their future stars much later than expected. I'm Justin Fraction, and today we take a look at each team's greatest draft steal ever. And a big shout out and thanks to Shamwow guy for suggesting this video. You'll be saying wow every time. And we do hope you enjoy it, and if you do, feel free to click subscribe down below for more cool videos every single day. Arizona Cardinals Aeneas Williams. The star corner/safety was the 59th pick from the 1991 draft. He was a four-time first-team All-Pro and named to the 90s All-Decade team, racking up 55 career interceptions. Atlanta Falcons Jeff Van Note. Taken 262nd overall in 1969, Van Note anchored the Falcons' offensive line for 18 seasons, making it to 5 Pro Bowls. He's easily their best offensive lineman ever. Baltimore Ravens Adalys Thomas. The Ravens took the star linebacker with the 186th pick in 2000. Thomas was a two-time Pro Bowler and made the Ravens one of the toughest defenses ever, playing alongside Ray Lewis and Ed Reed. Buffalo Bills Andre Reed. Reed guided the Bills to 4 trips to the Super Bowl. His 951 receptions are the 12th most in NFL history. Not bad for the 86th pick of the 1985 draft. Carolina Panthers Steve Smith Sr. The greatest receiver in franchise history, played in 5 Pro Bowls and posted 7 1,000-yard seasons. He took a new NFL franchise and put them on the map with his incredible talents. He was the 74th pick from 2001. Chicago Bears Richard Dent. A cornerstone piece of the legendary 1985 Chicago Bears defense, Dent was also Super Bowl MVP, a 4-time first-team All-Pro, and he had 137.5 career sacks. Not bad for an 8th-round selection. Cincinnati Bengals Geno Atkins. He wasn't nabbed until the 4th round of the 2010 draft. Atkins went over 50 career sacks in 2016 and has reached 5 straight Pro Bowls as one of the league's premier pass rushers. Cleveland Browns Leroy Kelly. Taken in the 8th round of the 1964 draft, Kelly led the league in rushing yards twice and in rushing touchdowns 3 times. He guided the Browns to the 1964 NFL Championship. Dallas Cowboys Roger Staubach. He guided the Cowboys to a pair of Super Bowls in the 90s, making them America's team. Staubach also played in 6 Pro Bowls. Not bad for the 129th pick in 1964. Denver Broncos Shannon Sharpe. 2 Super Bowls and 7 Pro Bowls with the Broncos. He sure ended up being a bargain as the 192nd pick from 1990. Detroit Lions Joe Schmidt. He was a 7th-round pick in 1953, but the hulking linebacker became a key part of the Lions' 1953 and 1957 NFL championship teams. Green Bay Packers Bart Starr. All he did was win. The 200th pick from 1956 won 5 NFL championships and 2 Super Bowls with the Packers. He also won the 1966 league MVP. Houston Texans Owen Daniels. Daniels was the 98th pick from 2006 and reached the Pro Bowl twice. Not quite a star, but a very serviceable player. Baltimore Colts Indianapolis Colts Raymond Berry. Taken 232nd overall in 1954, Berry was one of the top receivers of the 50s. He's a 2-time NFL champion who led the league in receiving 3 times. Jacksonville Jaguars David Garrard. He went 108th overall in 2002 and guided the Jaguars to the playoffs in 2005 and 2007. He finished with 89 career touchdowns. Kansas City Chiefs Bobby Bell. A 2nd-round selection in 1963, Bell helped the Chiefs win Super Bowl IV while being named the NFL's Defensive Player of the Year in 1969. Los Angeles Rams Deacon Jones. The star defensive end played in 8 Pro Bowls and was a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year. Not bad for a 14th-round selection in 1961. Miami Dolphins Zach Thomas. 7 Pro Bowls and 5 first-team All-Pro selections while being named to the All-2000s team. Pretty good for a middle linebacker taken 154th overall in 1996. Minnesota Vikings Matt Birk. 6 Pro Bowls and a 2-time All-Pro. Many solidified their offensive line for a generation by taking him 173rd overall in 1998. New England Patriots Tom Brady. No debates nor any need to explain this one. A 6th-round selection? Wow. New Orleans Saints Marcus Colston. The franchise's all-time leader in receptions, touchdowns, catches, and receiving yards was a 7th-round pick in 2006. Go figure. New York Giants Jessie Armstead. A linebacker that reached 5 Pro Bowls and was a 4-time All-Pro had to wait until the 8th round of the 1993 draft to hear his name. Patience paid off. New York Jets Joe Klecko. The 144th pick from 1977 was a 4-time Pro Bowler and part of the infamous New York Sack Exchange, a pass rush that terrorized opposing QBs. Oakland Raiders Rod Martin. The Raiders didn't think a 1977 12th-round pick would end up being the key defensive player to help them win 2 Super Bowls. Martin was one of the most dominant defensive players of his generation. Philadelphia Eagles Clyde Simmons. A 9th-round pick in 1986, Simmons played in 2 Pro Bowls and led the NFL in sacks with 19 during the 1992 season. He had 121.5 career sacks, too. Pittsburgh Steelers' Antonio Brown. Many of you know him now as the league's best receiver. Amazing how 194 people were taken before him in 2010. The five-time Pro Bowler hasn't forgotten how 31 other teams didn't believe in him. San Diego Chargers' Dan Fouts. The greatest quarterback in franchise history was a 64th pick from the 1973 draft. The Hall of Famer finished with 254 touchdowns and 43,040 passing yards. San Francisco 49ers' Joe Montana. The fact that the greatest quarterback in NFL history wasn't taken until the third round, 82nd overall in 1979, tells the entire story. What a miss by every other team. Seattle Seahawks' Russell Wilson. Wilson restored relevancy in the Emerald City. The 2012 third-rounder guided the Seahawks to a Super Bowl 48 championship and has turned them into one of the league's elite teams. Tampa Bay Buccaneers' Ronde Barber. A huge part of the 2002 Bucs defense that won the Super Bowl, Barber is one of the league's best corners ever, and he wasn't picked up until the third round in 1997. Tennessee Titans' ELVIN BETHEA. 8 Pro Bowls, 4-time first-team All-AFL member, and he's in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. An impressive career for the 77th pick in 1968. Washington Redskins' Chris Handberger. He was a star linebacker on the Redskins for 14 seasons, reaching 9 Pro Bowls, and was a 4-time first-team All-Pro. The Hall of Famer was an 18th-round pick in 1965, too. Talk about a real steal. Who do you think is the biggest draft steal in your team's history? Join us in the comments below. If you like this video and learned a thing or two, clicking the like button helps us out a ton and we appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to Total Pro Sports, though, subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.